astrophotography. We were shooting landscape, then it got dark, and then we got ready to shoot landscape. And the person couldn't shoot. He said, I said 25 seconds, but why is so far chap? The camera chap. The next day, at breakfast, the person came and tell us, actually, I didn't set to 25 seconds. I set to 1/25 of a second. That's why I couldn't shoot the astrophotography. But because it was so dark, so we couldn't set the camera properly. Or a very common mistake, we set our ISO to ISO 6004 and then we shoot landscape. So these are the common mistakes. So when you make these kind of mistakes, at least if you can edit the photograph, you get a chance to recover back your picture. I think I've met my fair share of PSPJ people who are very against editing. Well, I feel that they are entitled to their opinion, and I'm also entitled to my opinion. So let's get started. We will start with the interface very quickly. I'm not going to teach you today how to edit stuff, but just to show you the four software so that you'll get a rough feel if you have not been using or you are familiar with one but not familiar with the rest. Now, I feel the one that is the best organized in the interface is Lightroom. But it has got a lot of hidden function because the Lightroom is like 20 years old. So it's a lot of things are hidden. Even myself get caught many times. I can't find it. I can't remember. Lumina, the interface is that it's not as good as Lightroom. It is everything is everywhere, I feel. But because it emphasizes easy to use, so actually you just need to know one or two sliders and you can more or less get the picture where you want without having to use all the function. But as for on-one photo raw, equally confusing. But of course, nothing beats Photoshop. The worst, in my humble opinion, where I know there are a lot of people who will defend Photoshop to death. You have to use bridge to view the photograph. Then when you want to adjust, it opens camera filter raw. After that, it goes back to the main interface to do cloning or selecting or whatever. So I feel like I'm using 3 different software to edit one photograph. So I tend not to use Photoshop unless I have no choice. And personally, in the so many photographs I've sent to PSPJ submitted, I think not even 5 photographs has been edited in Photoshop for myself because I don't need it. All the other software can do 99.9% of what I want to do. All right, let's go to my first software and this one. Let's go to Lightroom first. All right, the plane. We go to the develop module. Now all of you cannot go anywhere. Because I purposely show this picture first. This picture was taken from another aeroplane's window. I was taking it from the window. So obviously the picture is hazy. It is slanting and no contrast. So Lightroom, I feel I've seen a lot of videos on Lightroom and I've realized that very few of the trainers ask you to use this button here. I will show you how to make it big for you. It's not working. Yes. You see here? This button I'm talking about. The button called Auto. I click Auto. Take it off. When I click Auto, actually the picture has been edited already. You look at the sliders has already moved. So I normally don't waste my time because I want to edit it in 5 minutes. So I will click the Auto button and the picture has been edited. Let's see before and after. Okay, slight change only. So with that alone, and then I feel that Lightroom, because it's been designed by photographers, they are very wise in their placement of their buttons, the interface. The first button is this one here. Let me make it big for you again. Make it big. This one, the one with the square one, the crop tool, crop overlay. The second one is the spot removal. Then the graduated filter, radial, and this adjustment brush. So This picture is not straight. I just click the auto button. It should adjust for me. Is it adjusting for me? Don't seem to be adjusting. Let's take the shortcut key and I draw a line here. Yes, the picture has changed. Do it again. Very straight. Done. So picture is adjusted, but it still doesn't look straight. Click auto. Okay, a bit better. All right, straight. Done. Then the sky is too bright. So drag the sky down. Put it up. A bit better. Done. I think here is too bright, so I will drag from the bottom up. Put this up here a bit. Here. Start to make it darker. Done. Give it a little bit of dehaze because it is hazy, shot through the window. Yeah, the contrast has come back. So you see the contrast, increase the contrast already. The contrast, now the plane looks better already. See the before, see the after. Actually, the picture has been edited, it's finished without having to waste so much time. I have not used any Photoshop. Maybe the picture is too much of empty spaces. Your photo judges or don't like. So I put the plane this way a bit. Rule of third, the plane on the 1/3. Done. Picture is done. Not sharp. Maybe I increase the sharpness slightly. You can use a texture. Texture is like structure in other software. Improve the clarity. And actually it's done. Let's compare before and after. Before and after. See the picture before and after. I think I spent 2 minutes and it's done already. That's it. I didn't bother with curves. I didn't bother with many other things here, and the picture is done. Now, let's take another software. Let's go to my Lumina. So is Lumina difficult or not? Now, Lumina is not, it's also very fast. I will show you very quickly. Let's get the looks. All right. Now, Lumina has got this button called AI Enhancer, Artificial Intelligence Enhancer. And Lumina will make it easy for you. Instead of a single button called Auto, they have AI Enhance. So I just pull this slider. And as you can see, the contrast has come. I pull the AI Sky Enhancer. The sky is being enhanced now. AI structure is to make the picture sharp. Pull the structure. Then this looks like a landscape shot. There's a landscape enhancer. I dehaze because I'm shooting through the glass. Then I crop the picture. I like what I did this side. Again, same old rules. Line crop. Now, looks almost the same. Let's compare. Okay, this one I did it a bit darker, and this is a bit brighter. But my editing is finished. I've done it already. That's all. There's nothing so difficult about it. I have finished editing in less than 1 minute. Unless I want to be very particular, then I may say that what I want to change. I look in, this looks pretty sharp, a bit of noise maybe. It's not coming, finish processing. Computer is slow. I may sharpen it a bit more. Detail enhancer, I can pull the medium details, sharpen it slightly. That's it. Done. Okay. On one. Same old thing. They have here AI Auto. I click AI Auto. I crop the picture. Can same do all the shortcut thing. And so on and so forth. Okay, I don't want to waste my time wasting here, but it's I can, okay, like, in case you think I cannot get the same look, I will in case, okay, this has been edited already. Apply and it's done. Finished. Now, so by editing in 3 different software, I have got 3 different looks. Then I will choose one and submit to PSPJ. Finish. Of course, the special things that you are, each software has got its own strength and differences. So this is a very easy photograph. So very hard to see the difference. But I will go to my next photograph, which I want to stress to you that, okay, this is a picture taken in when we edit Chua to Kudat. And this is typical scene of PSPJ members standing in a row, shoot the landscape. So I shot them. This is me, this is my tripod here, on the corner here. This is Zhu, the China guy. This is Chan and so on and so forth. Some of them are PSPJ members. So when I edited this photograph last year, I was in this mood, then shooting sunset. So I edited the photograph to look like a sunset. Then a few weeks ago, I looked back at this photograph. I said, different mood. I edited it and it looked like that. So this is the original look like that. 3 different looks by photo editing. I didn't do anything to the photograph except change the color. So people argue, did I Photoshop it? Actually, I didn't Photoshop it. I just changed the mood and the color, the white balance of the photograph. What you like, I think it depends on your mood. If today you are in a blue mood, then you're blue. You like a warm picture? This is a warm picture. Let's compare them, put them side by side. Now, which one do you prefer? The warm picture or the blue picture? But of course, it's much better than the original picture. Let's press C for compare. Okay, compare against here and compare against this one. Yeah. Compare on the left, the original picture, unedited raw. Yeah, NEF, Nikon RAW. This is a JPEG photograph. Yeah, JPEG, and it's been edited accordingly. So the mood changes. Of course, like I said, if your mood is different, you can again go there and you can get a warm picture versus the original picture. So let's take a challenging picture to edit. Let's choose Ling Loi for a change. All right, let's choose the. This is shot during one of the PSPJ outings to Lake Gardens. Press the develop mode. Close the film strip at the bottom. Give you a better, more space. Of course, my first step, I click auto. Straight away, the picture has become warmer. She has become brighter. If you look at the sliders, the AI has decided to reduce the highlights, increase the shadows, increase the whites, and decrease the blacks. Now I feel she's a bit sanged. So I will correct her a little bit. Let's click auto and see. Yep, change, done. Picture looks okay. Very sharp. Let's see what I don't like. Okay, let's see. She looks okay. So now I'm going to do is I don't like this rock here. I don't like this rock here. So in photography, as compared to painting, what you remove from the photograph is what you want. So I'm going to remove this rock. Whoops. Lightroom I decided to choose the, okay, so I will change it here. Okay, this is the best that Lightroom can do. Okay. So I've removed the rock already. It looks better, but not very natural, but maybe you can notice. Let's look at her face. I will Now, I think she's a bit dark, so I like to lighten her. Use a radial filter. Computer is slow. It's called a radial filter. Now, if you use Photoshop, the technique would be you need to draw the girl out, right? But lazy fella, I prefer to use this radial filter, this round thing as you see here, so that I think it's not important to draw her so tuned. So I say adjust anything in this round oval thing here, and I will invert the picture. Now the picture is exposure is down by one stop. Just pull her up, pull the exposure up just a little bit by 1/3 of a stop. Now she's brighter. She's now brighter. I can also make her sharper if I want. Just improve the texture and clarity a little bit. Improve a bit of the contrast so that her blue dress stands out more. Not too much. Because if you overdo it, let's say I show exposure, this is what happens. Underdo it, this is what happens. So I just go a little bit. Done. Let's see before and after. Right, the rock has been removed, but not very well. You can actually see the line. Actually, you can see the line there. The girl is better now. She's not so. Let's look at her face. Now she looks better. Of course, if you really want to do it properly, I can recommend you do like this is spending more time lah. Uh, let's see. I can make her eyes a bit. Okay, we won't do that because we got 5 minutes. I think the picture is quite well done. But what about another software? How about Lumina? How would Lumina do it? Same girl. Again, I'm going to do the shortcut way. I will use the AI accent, the AI, that the Lumina figure out for me. You can see it's sharpening the background. You can't click the sky because there's no sky. It detected there's no sky. You can make it sharper. All right. Now I'm going to remove the rock also, the same thing. It's called erase tool. Wait a while. Now, one of the things I feel that to invest if you're a photographer or PSPJ is not to buy a better camera or better lens. I think one of the most important thing to buy as a photographer in PSPJ is to need to buy a good computer. Or else this will be so slow like my one. This is not my main computer that I use. I have another one. This one I use for the Zoom. So what I have just done is I've just highlighted. If you saw nothing happen, is because the computer is slow. Not enough memory. I'm opening so many programs at the same time. But you can see this running here. This round thing is turning here. Image processing. So it's removing the rock very slowly. Wow, very, very slow. I wonder why. Let me check. Yeah, my memory is 10 gig already. And the processor is running at 33%. That's why it's not working. Okay, let's not wait for it. Looks like I cannot wait anymore. But Lumina has got one advantage here versus Lightroom is that you can manipulate her face only. So if you look here, there's a person here. I click, it is the portrait mode. Let's zoom into her face. Computer is so slow. All right, let's zoom into her face. You can ask for her face to remove the defects on her face by pulling one slider. In fact, it maybe can't see on your computer, but I can see on my computer, her face, all the skin pores is being filled up. This part here is a bit shiny, her nose is a bit shiny. You can pull this slider and you remove the shine just on the shiny part of her face. I don't have to do anything. Then the portrait enhancer, the second slider, her face is a bit dark. I can pull the face light. See, the face is now being brightened up. The face, you can see now, fully bright. Too much? Okay.
Yes, we can see.
You can see the eye is not very white. So you pull the eye whitening, I pull a bit, her eye got whiter. Her lips are not very red. Let's go down here. Let's go make her lips red. Can you see the lips getting red? The lips have gotten red. I think I'm finished. See this, if you were using Photoshop for this particular photograph, I would have to draw the lips, go and change the color. I will have to draw the eyes, and then I will have to go and improve the clarity or pull the curves on the eyes. But with Lumina, I actually just pull some sliders and it's been done. Now the eyebrows are not so thick. I pull this one, her eyebrows has become darker. All right, done. Very slow. Very, very slow. Oh, 9.9 gig CPU is very... All right. Okay, I've done a few things. And of course, if you want to make it more colorful, you can just pull the vibrance and you feel like the grass is not green enough, you click the green one and you pull the green and the grass becomes greener. Actually, that's not using. This is the, let's use a shortcut one. They have a landscape enhancer here. I think I like this to be a bit more golden color. So I pull the golden hour, golden, and I pull the green and make the green a bit green. And the picture is almost done. Compare with Lightroom. You see, Lightroom now looks so dull, the color. It looks so, look it, huh? Compared to Lumina, the Lumina now looks better. How about on one? Very quickly. On one is trickier to use because it is how should I put it? It is a bit like Photoshop, there you have to use layers and everything. Of course, this gives you more control. So I will click the AI auto first. The first thing I'll do, let the software crack its head first. Click already. Yes, the sliders have moved. All the sliders here have moved. It's become better. Before, after. See, before, low contrast. The girl Laila is low contrast. Her contrast has improved, right? You can see that. Let's look at her face. And it's rendered her face differently. There is a portrait mode here in on one where it induced the masking and it's finding the face using the AI to find her face. It's by finding faces. And if I click the skin to remove the blemishes on the skin, I think there's a small blemish here. If I just pull the line, you remove the blemish on the skin. I want to remove the shine on her face here. I can pull this slider. If I click the eyes, I want to improve her eyes. Unfortunately, for on one, you have to do it. There's no AI. I have to click the two eyes. So I have to pull the what to look. How does it look? The eye look like? A lot more work, you see, compared to Lumina. Lumina is faster, right? So then I can whiten her eyes. I pull the whitening. Her eyes has become whiter. I can make her eyes look sharper also. This maximum. Now she was like bug eyes. Okay, too much. Okay, then a little bit. Yes, then her mouth. Click the mouth. I need to click the corners of the mouth, including the teeth. So I need to click the corners of the mouth. Again, have to do this. That means on one don't have the AI. On one don't choose this one. Then I have to pull the vibrance. Her lips become vibrant. Done. This is done. Done. So how about getting rid of the rock? Let's see whether this software is faster. Yes, they have gotten rid of the rock, but made a mistake here. So maybe you have to do it again. Yeah, worse. Right. Okay, it looks better. In fact, it looks better than the one by Lightroom. Let's compare the one with Lightroom. Lightroom. Lightroom, see this got line and all this. Is a line here. But you compare with on one after doing 3 rounds of erasing, it's done a much better job. Oops. Going to click again. All right. So I have realized that different software has got different strengths. So this is a straightforward picture. So it is any software also can do, except by erasing, the champion is supposed to be Photoshop, but sometimes Photoshop doesn't do what I like. Now, if I were to do this in Photoshop for a change, let's say this I have not spoken about Photoshop at all. Let's open. You notice I have not opened Bridge, so I don't know what's the name of the file. This is the one thing that gets on my nerves with Photoshop. The name of this file is 9315. 9315. 315. Yeah, it is a photograph. Okay, this is Photoshop. The camera raw opens first. Same thing. I didn't show you because this is almost like Lightroom. I click the auto button. The picture has been enhanced. I click open. Picture opens. Right. Now we're going to see a face. Now we do this. If you want to concentrate only on a face, we go to filter and we go to liquify. Like I said earlier, Photoshop is the software that can do everything. You look, there are 2 white lines here. It is telling you that it has detected her face. They are making her face bigger. Notice the round thing? Photoshop has detected her face. Now, Photoshop actually is the most powerful. I can change the size of her eyes. Look at the 2 eyes here. If I click this one together and I say I want her eyes to be bigger, like a bug, didn't grow big. Can you see the eyes has become bigger? Notice the eyes has become bigger. I think that is too big. So let's put her back her eyes to her normal size. Double click. Okay. Do you think that her eyes, the height is good? See, you can make the eyes off. The eyes has become bigger. It's become a bugger already. Okay. We can make her eyes wider also. Okay. We can tilt her eyes, make her become look like a China. Okay. Now she got tilted eyes, slanted eyes. So off. Let's put it back. If I feel her nose is too low, I can move up her nose. She's winking her nose at you. I can make her nose fatter or thinner. I can make her smile if she's not smiling. So I can, now she's not smiling. So I make her smile. See, now she's got a smile. Bigger upper lip, puffy lips, a bigger one. So she look like Imberchia. Okay. And I can make her look if I want to, I can make her look this K-pop. See, I make her look slim face with. Okay, let's make it smaller. Wow, now she looks like a total different person, right? You see? I think her forehead is too high. Let's lower her forehead. Her chin is too high. Let's reduce the chin a bit. Okay, I made her look totally different already. Let's see before, after. Before, after. This is the original. This is the manipulated one. So I'll cancel this. So Photoshop actually is the most powerful because Photoshop is the one that actually manipulate the pixels to get the picture that you want. So if I don't want this rock, well, let's do one. Those who are Photoshop experts, you know what I'll do? I'll do a, oops, computer is slow. I will use the freehand, just draw across, and then edit, content aware fill. Yep, the rock is gone, right? Okay, done. What is it? It's going round and round. Yep, the rock is gone. I've got rid of the rock. And I didn't change your face, isn't it? And so on and so forth, if you can change. This is Photoshop. Of course, Photoshop is the software that if you feel that you, I'm going to open a picture for you. It's very lonely there. And I want the, I open this link boy. Also came from one of the PSPJ outing, sponsored by Sony. I put her in this picture. Now she's standing beside her. Yeah. All right. Now, if you want to do all these sort of things, then you need Photoshop. But all the other three software, I wouldn't say it cannot do. Control T and pre-transform this and flip this curve to the other way. Flip her this way, make her a bit smaller. Okay, Chinese girls so cannot be taller than. Okay, then of course this is a separate layer. Then if you have one, you have to change the color and so on and so forth. This is Photoshop, which I don't do. I can do, but I normally don't do. Right? I won't bother to put a girl inside here and then, I change her. I take this Lila out and I put this girl instead. So I don't do this, but it can be done if you want. I will close Photoshop because I'm running out of memory. All right. So this picture, I think is really suitable to post for a PSPJ outing. If you go, I think it's worthy enough. Now, to be more precise, okay, I've finished with this photo. Let's go to another photograph. Let's go back to Lightroom. Let's choose a difficult photograph now, a tough photograph. This is a very tough photograph. This is an exceptionally tough photograph. All right, this is shot in Port Dickson. Picture is underexposed because I exposed to get the sunrise properly exposed. And I know that if a picture is underexposed, you can recover the shadows. But if the picture is overblown, this part here, overblown out, you cannot get back the colors inside it. So we will use Lightroom. This is what I already edited. I already set everything. Okay, so I click the auto button. Oops, almost done. Let's look into the details. Yes, very noisy, the picture. Very noisy. Other than some noise in the shadow area, but here is nicely done. Here is nicely done. The sky is a bit of noise, but it's also okay. So without, first thing you need to do is you need to reduce your noise, of course. So I put a noise reduction. Let's check. Reduce the noise. Yes, the noise is reduced. Okay, you want to sharpen. You should always reduce your noise first, then sharpen. Not sharpen, then reduce your noise. Reason is because if you sharpen, then you do noise reduction, you have sharpened your noise. So you do noise reduction, then you sharpen. All right, so this is done. The picture is done, and it's not too bad. Now, Okay, I think I will not edit this photograph. I change my mind. I will go back to this picture this now. I want to tell you a little story here. All right. This is all of us. We stand in one row, typical of PSPJ meetings. We stand in one row, we all shoot the sunset. The sunset not running away. Let's say now the sunset is this picture. This is the picture that I shot of the sunset. Obviously, I made a mistake. I told you, because rushing, somehow the tripod was sinking inside the sand. I nearly dropped my camera into the beach also while rushing. So, since this is a mistake, I will click the auto button to recover back these details here. Click auto. Oops, not too bad. Covered back. Lightroom has decided that I need to underexpose by one stop, reduce the highlights, increase the shadows, and so on and so forth. But it's still too bright, and the horizon is slanting. So use all the tools, all the AI tools. Click auto here. Yep, see, yes, drawn for me, yes, corrected the horizon for me, done. Use a grad filter. Grad filter, down by one stop. Right, the grad filter now tells me it's down by how many stops you want. Pull how much you want. Right, you can pull up to 4 stops. I pull down to 1 stop, okay, lebih kurang. And then I will dehaze it slightly. Oh, the color has come already, is it? A picture is saved. Let's click it again. But only I've done the top part. How about the bottom part, the sand? Use the graduated filter, pull from the bottom. Okay. And over underexposed by how much? Dehaze, and then the picture is not too bad already. Pull the dehaze button again, someone. Up to your taste. Huh? Okay, I think this picture is improve the sharpness a bit. Lebih kurang done. See, done. 2 minutes, done. How about Lumina? Can Lumina do the same? This is my version of Lumina. I've done in Lumina. It's different looking again. If you see here, it just looks different. This one looks this way. Lumina, oh, a bit too bright here. But maybe I like also. So it doesn't matter. You know? If you like it, means you like it. Who cares what people think? So that's why I say when I use 2 different software to edit, the picture comes out different because it's different. And Lightroom, I get this result. First cut. Okay, maybe it's too dark. Let's make it a bit brighter. Okay. How about Lumina? And one more thing you all may realize, now different software render your raw files differently. I show you this example. You look at the egg yolk here. In Lightroom, the egg yolk is a nice round egg yolk. See here? But in Lumina, it's a bit of burnout, you know. See? You see this? It is not so good. It shows that, see this like smearing a bit here. It tells me that Lightroom does a better job of reading my raw files. How about on one? On one. Okay, same. Let's edit the photograph. I will straighten the, taking a while. Okay, I'll crop it. I will straighten it. Click the level. You draw a line across the horizon. It draws for you. So this is a line, it's done. You see slightly staying it. Draw a line across. Okay, done. Apply, done. Let's use the AI tools. Still not very good, but look at the sun. Okay. On one also cannot read the sky so well. It's poor. Exposure, let's reduce the highlights, shadows. Put on the shadows a bit. Put on the whites. vibrance, saturation. I see I haven't got the color. In fact, this one not so good. Okay, I didn't grab the filter, so I need to grab the filter. I'll show you how to do it. Now, very quickly, 3 different versions. This one is a bit washed out. I can just put on exposure. Any questions so far before I move on to another picture? 3 different versions here, as you can see. All right, now Lumina. I'm going to do something that everybody likes to. So Lumina, you guys try to do the. All right, this is a picture I have in Lumina. I will reset this picture to original. Okay, slow as usual. All right, I'm going to reset this picture, revert to original. Actually, this picture is like that. As you notice, I shot this on 14 mm, so the picture we have distortion. So all software also has got the same soft thing. You can correct this distortion. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the CA, the fringe, and then I'm going to correct the distortion of this picture. See this building here, this Menara M-Bank is slanting. So I pull this slider, and this one vertical. I see I have now straightened the picture. See down the building is straight. So then I have to crop this thing, of course, because we got empty pixels here. Empty pixels. So I draw this. Crop. All right. Done. AI. The easiest software to use, there's Lumina. Just pull this slider. You want to enhance the sky? Pull the sky slider. You want it to look nicer color. Dehaze a bit. Color, there's a color here. Just pull the color slider. Just pull the saturation. The picture looks very nice. Of course, the selling point of Lumina now is the sky replacement. I'm going to show you how it's done. Yeah, I won't do this here. I will now do to Lightroom first. Sorry. Let's do the quick one in Lightroom. Every time I come back from a PSPJ shoot, I have at least 300 photographs. I cannot be spending my whole life editing it. So again, I like to put my pictures into Lightroom first. Okay, I click the auto button. Okay, it made it very bright. Then I will go down now. Lightroom is the easiest, quite easy to use if you know all their shortcuts. So I will enable profile and I will click the auto free transform. See, it's drawn for me. One click only, without having to pull any sliders. And if I click constraint crop, it crop for me also. But it's a bit too bright. So it's so dull the color. Let's pull the vibrance up. Let's pull this one. Let's grab the picture again. One of my most commonly used is the grad filter. I grad the filter. That's why I don't use Lee filters. Lee filter, at least $2,000. What I do is I just tend to shoot like that. I don't care. I go home, I use the grad filter in Lightroom, and I grad the sky for no cost. See, I've done the grad filter and it's already grad. I can choose 1 stop, 2 stops, 3 stops. How many stops you pull? Okay, this is 4 stops. Too dark. This is make it bright. This is make it dark. So let's try 1 over stop. It's done. And I can pull down the highlights a bit. Okay, it's done. Picture is not too bad. Picture is straight. The buildings are straight. I can submit for PSPJ. But in Lumina, I can do this one thing called I can change the sky. The sky is a bit boring, so I will. All you need to do is click sky replacement. Choose the sky that you want. Choose the sky. Let's choose the first sky. Yep. Okay, they're not so good. Not so good. Let's try blue sky 1. Okay, you got cloudy skies. Or you think I don't want blue color, I want sunset. Let's choose sunset. sunset is there already. In just one click, in less than 5 seconds, you have just changed the sky. What Lumina has done is Lumina has masked, those who understand Photoshop, but they have masked this building. They have drawn out this building, all the lines here. They draw, become one layer, and they put the sky as one layer behind. But it's not perfect all the time. If you look carefully, I think this one looks not too bad. Oh, I changed another sky. Let's see. This one not too bad. Number 4. This one is a blue look. Anybody, any questions? No questions. You all like what I'm doing? Some people say this is cheating, but I think this is not cheating. This is just being creative. Well, sunset 7. Okay. I think I see light on number 4. Let's try number 4 one. All right. Okay. If you look carefully, the tower here got hidden here. So you can still adjust a bit, close gaps. Yeah, see the tower has come back. Okay, I close the gaps. You still can do a bit of adjustments to get back whatever is out. I feel that it's too sharp, so I can make the sky look softer. Yeah, the skies look softer now. The sky is very soft, but the building is not soft. Okay, this will be good enough. I can flip the sky if you don't like the light is coming from this side. You want it to come from the other side. I flip the sky. Hold on a second. I flip to the other side. I think flip to the other side looks better because it's lighting up the Menara public bank from this side. Okay. We flip to the other side. And it's done. This is the thing about Lumina where you can add the sky in one click. And I'm using now version 4.3. 4.3 just came out yesterday. Because in this one, I can add in 4.3 augmented sky. I can add in an object in the sky. So for example, I think I want some birds in the sky. Oops, too many birds. Less birds, please. Ocean. Okay, let's see. Yeah, too many birds. Let's try birds 3. The birds are too big, right? So again, you have all the options actually in the birds. Let me see the birds. Place object. Let's make the bird. I want the birds to be here. Yeah, birds one there. I think they're too big, so let's make them smaller. My computer is super slow. Okay, that's done. Done. Oops, the birds are too high. Okay, never mind. But you see, the point is I can add in objects without having to draw a single mask. I've not drawn a single layer or mask as yet, which I think the most confusing topic in Photoshop is layers and masking. So here they do the layers and masking for you without you having to crack your head. Can you do layers and masking in Lumina? The answer is yes. I want not the topic today, but it can be done easier than Photoshop. I'll maybe show later one topic. So this is done. How about on one? On one, this is my picture. What have I done? I decided to go for a gloomy picture of this Saloma Bridge, and I made it look like there's a rain. Let's look at the original picture. This is the original picture. This is the original picture. Okay, not working. Slow, sorry. This was the original picture, shot just before sunset. I made the picture look like it's raining with fog. Again, to do this, only required a handful of clicks, which I won't cover today. Later, if you all want, you all must hire me to give you all a class, and I teach you how to do this effect. See, it's an effect. Was done in less than 5 minutes. Any questions? You all prefer this gloomy look, sunset look, or plain old Lightroom look? So, three looks. First look is Lightroom, very ordinary day. I changed the sky, put some birds. I decided to go for a gloomy look in on one. In three, just a handful of clicks. Oops, my time is almost up. All right, DB, my time is almost up, right?
No, you can continue. No worry.
All right, I will show you one more thing that I do here. I will show in Lightroom. Okay. If you look at my screen now, I want to do a panorama for you. One of the secrets I've learned in panorama, I'm going to teach you all a free tutorial here. Before you take a panorama, this is picture one, this is picture two. All right. Picture one, picture two, picture three, picture four, picture five. You always take a picture of your hand first. This is my hand. Why I take a picture of my hand is to tell me I'm going to start a panorama. So yeah, I take a picture of my hand, and then after I take my hand away, and then this is picture number one. And then at the end, the last picture, I take a picture of my hand again. See this picture here, my hand, is to tell me this is the last photo already. That means actually this is the last photo, and this one, because we don't have to pay for film. So all you do is you highlight this one, this one, this one, this one, and okay, take away my hand to one. Photo. Photo. Photo merge. Panorama. Yes. Okay, wait a while. Keep creating. Preferably you use a fast computer to do all this, because you are editing 5 photographs at the same time. Unable to merge the photographs. Not enough matching photographs. What happened? Something like that one. Cannot do. Oh, photo, edit, photo merge, panorama. Yes. Any questions so far before I conclude this last one? Don't know why it doesn't want to merge. I think I don't have enough memory. Doesn't matter. Uh, let's go to my slides. Now, I would like to say, now strictly speaking, all my photographs, I only shoot RAW. I don't shoot JPEG. So all RAW files look flat and horrible straight out of camera. Straight out of camera. And I also acknowledge that not everybody can afford a full frame camera or medium format with one full set of 1.4 prime lens. So if you learn to edit your photographs, it allows you to correct all the defects that you found in cheaper and lower end lens. A lot of the photographs I took actually just a cheapo stuff only. So the picture, if you zoom 100%, you can see it's full of CA, it's full of distortion, it's low contrast, got very harsh bokeh and everything. So by editing the photograph, I rescued the photograph. Example, let's take this quick. Let's take this picture. Let's zoom into the corners. Look at the corners, it's full of CA. All got the purple color CA and everything. Because this lens not very good. Okay, let's take another check. This one more check. This one, this picture. Okay, let the picture load. It's taken with, oh, this is taken with the expensive lens. Sorry, this one no CA. sorry. Oh, it looks like I didn't put the picture inside. I bet. So, mistakes I made. Okay, this one, the two angle shot in one of the PSPJ one. If you take a JPEG picture, the picture will still be overexposed. I click the auto button. Hey, not too bad already. They're not so bright anymore. So maybe I just, what I quickly do will be knowing me the shortcut guide. I like to just draw this thing here, this big round thing. The girls, down a bit. But this one, exposure, exposure a bit, right? Put on the highlights a bit. Too much already. Just nice. Right, give the girls a bit of texture. This is the, if you're using the latest version of Lightroom, just updated this month, you have this new bar here called hue. That is something new. So if I pull the color a bit, you see, it changes the color only in that area. Yeah, the girl's baju is changing color now. Without doing much selection, they can do. So double click that. So I think the girl is a bit pinkish. So let's make them a bit less pinkish. Pull a bit. Okay, that is done. Okay, that is done. All right, that's done. But I think the background is too bright. So let's pull the shadows down. Let's pull the shadows down. No good. Not so good job. I think I use on one better. Because on one can do something which the favorite thing. I've gone for two lessons, two classes to do this, to learn this thing. Until today, I still don't know how to do, despite going for two classes. How to do luminosity masking. Let's click AI Auto. Then on one, make up your mind what you want to do. Done. First, oh, on one pulls up the midtones too much. So pull this one down. Okay, and I will click the local adjustment. What I have just told on one to do is do for me a luminosity mask. White reveals, black hides. So I continue to pull, right? It means only adjust what is white in color. Whatever is black, don't adjust. So let's take it back to see the normal view. Now it is too, they are too dark. Let's pull them up a bit. That's nice. Now I want to adjust only the background, but don't adjust the girls. The first one. Copy the mask. Very slow, sorry. Computer, copy the mask. Go to the second adjustment. These are called girls. Second adjustment is Place the mask. Invert the mask. Now, we're only adjusting what is white color here. So I will pull down the slider, the exposure. Notice, it doesn't affect the girls at all. It only affects the background. Put it a bit more, use the contrast. I think that is done. Go back to the girls again. The girls is a bit more color. We'll give them some vibrance. Vibrance back up, so now they look better. And there's that. It's just a very rough one. If I'll do it more properly. Now it's too dark. I go worse. On one, slightly better. Lumina. See what Lumina can do. Again. AI enhance. You let the AI handle it. Pull the slider. Oh, it's making the back brighter. But it's not circling the girls. So it looks like exposure. Smart contrast. Make the shadows darker. Okay. So I think it's much better. I think this version looks better than the other three versions. And this one, or than this one. This one's a bit too dark. Okay, so this is an example of my beginner's job, and I first did Photoshop around 8 years ago. I don't know how to adjust the lady's color from the background color. This is Borobudur. I cut her out from another picture and I put her here. Very poor job. But of course, I've improved over the years. Now, concluding comments. My time is up. Now, I think a lot of us are willing to spend lots of money to improve our photographs. All of us forever surfing all the sites to buy a new lens, new camera body, new tripod, new filter. So I like to encourage the PSPJ people to think out of the box. How about buying a new software instead of buying more new cameras? Or how about taking some training on how to use your favorite software to a higher level? And whether you like it or not, you have to use a good computer if you want to get good photographs. You see that this computer I'm using is 7 years old. It's already, I upgraded the SSD. The RAM is 12 gig, but it's still too slow. So I have another computer, a gaming laptop. There's hooked up to a ultra wide screen, high definition, sRGB corrected light and all these things, so that I can edit my pictures better. I don't use this old computer because for the sake of my sanity, so that I don't go crazy, I use a good computer. If you, after all, after you take your photograph, you can only view your photograph on a computer. You don't view you don't print nowadays. We don't print. So we have to get a good computer. And you do not know, the government has given you an additional 2,500 ringgit tax relief if you buy a computer by 31st December 2020. So Eddie, as a returning president, he wanted this term to help PSPJ. He said, if he is president again, he wants us to improve our photo submission. And you can only improve your photographs if you improve your photo editing skills. If you're hoping to shoot straight out of camera and it's better, I think difficult. But I used to use Velvia in my film days to get a different figure. So how much does it cost? That's the most important thing, I'm sure, Malaysians. If you want to use Photoshop and Lightroom, your cost is 565 ringgit per annum for 2 computers. You get 2 software and you cannot buy outright. You have to subscribe. So the subscription rate now is 47 ringgit and 7 cents per month. 565 ringgit per year. if you buy Lumina, I told you only yesterday the new version came out, version 4.3 is now 67 US dollars or 288 ringgit for one computer. On one photo raw, when Benedict that day was sharing, he told you was only 49.99, but the price has went up to 69.99. But now they allow you to install on 5 computers. So that's the difference. Of course, the alternatives is you can always go to Digital Mall or Laoyat Plaza and pirated copy, but not recommended. All right. Any questions? Everybody very quiet. Any questions?
Yes.
A lot of questions. Yes.
All right. Quick, shoot.
Yeah. In Lumina, in this Lumina, can you have a montage of photographs and make it into a video? I know in the Lightroom you can, but in Lumina, can you?
Slideshow, is it?
No. Can you collate some pictures and then make it into a video?
No.
In Lumina?
No.
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 Okay. Thank you.
Okay. This is a picture I did.
Edwin. Just now you mentioned that we need a better computer, but how better? What is the recommended spec for the computer there to do the DOS?
Today's computers now, i5 all very good already. All right, because it's 4-core. All right, it's a 4-core computer. This is the Caterpillar I just edited before and after, is it? Before and after. But I recommend a lot of RAM.
A lot means how much?
How much? 16 is minimum.
Minimum for 16.
16. You see, if you don't mind, if you're like me, while I edit, I like to open YouTube, listen to music. At the other one, I open Facebook. Then I also open Photoshop. I open Lightroom. I open Lumina. I open on one. 16 also not enough actually. Okay.
Not enough. Okay.
Because I am using an ultra wide screen, so my pictures I like to put left and right. Okay. I'm now editing on a 14-inch screen. Today I talk to you on Zoom. So I can show you. But I like to edit a little bit on the left, little bit on the right, little bit on the left, little bit on the right. So when I edit, I have the picture, 2 different pictures, same picture, to look totally different one.
Oh, okay.
So, I like options. Some people don't like. Some people say they want original like this one. This is original. I shoot this macro shot. So hard to shoot macro, I tell you. So I had to sharpen the picture. I had to correct the lighting and everything. Actually, this picture, if I reset for you, you'll see how terrible it looks.
Oh,
this is I show you. I reset it. I revert to original. Actually, it's so small. You see my finger? My finger is this big. This Caterpillar is just so small, It's so hard to shoot, So I think if I do a macro, out of 10 shots, I only get 1 acceptable shot.
Oh, okay.
Overexposed, underexposed, out of focus, sengit. So if I don't edit, I got no picture, I tell you honestly, those
day by day we also learning.
So I just started this macro. I followed Yok Mui. Wow, very difficult. So tough to shoot. Hence, you see, this picture actually is very chekai. If I didn't edit, I got no photograph. I can't even show you one because almost every picture is out of focus. This is the most in focus picture I have of the whole bunch. Very blur actually. You see, I zoom in. It's soft. You see, it's soft. Look, actually, it's not that sharp. You see? So I have to apply sharpening. If I don't apply sharpening, the picture be
What's your settings for this picture?
This picture, let me see.
What lens already? Can you remember?
I only use 60mm macro. F16. Can you see here? F16. Okay, let me show you. Okay, here is my settings. ISO 200, F16 over 1/125. My flash is at half power with a DIY diffuser, check-out diffuser. Okay. The diffuser, I think that this one I bought from Lazada for $6.90. So not very good, not very diffuse the picture. Even though I put paper and everything. So it's a lot of my pictures are not that great. If you look at this girl. This one we went to Sekinchan, right? So I shot to expose her right, but the background overexposed totally. Go AI enhance. I pull this slider. Oh, the color of car. I pull the sky. All right. Look at it. Let's go landscape enhancer.
Oh, so you use a different software to edit one photo?
Yes, different software. Same photograph. Now look, it's being done already now. As I talk to you, I just edited this picture in 10 seconds. Maybe she's a bit dark, that's all. I still can enhance the shadow, pull up the shadow a bit, so she'll be a bit brighter.
I wonder if you install the Lumina as a plugin to Lightroom, or is a standalone.
Now, Lumina is a standalone. This Lumina is standalone by itself. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I recommend for beginners you use Lumina because look at this. How long? While I spoke to you, I just edited this girl in less than 10 seconds, and this picture is very acceptable. No? I only think maybe I need to add some sharpening. I haven't done. All right, I maybe add some sharpening. I can denoise a bit because it's a bit noisy. I pull the noise. Then I add detail enhancer. I pull a bit of sharpening. Okay, actually they got a few. They got so many ways to sharpen this picture. Picture done. If I think I don't like the cool look, I like the warm look. I pull the what? Let's give me the warm look. I got two ways. I can do this way. I can go. I got a warm look already. Finish. I don't wait. I am not sitting in front of the computer the whole day. Done. Finish. You see? So I recommend you edit. Though it's not difficult. Maybe you need to go for one class, which I don't mind conducting. Once you learn the basics of it, you must know what the most important point actually is. You must know what you want to change. Once you know what you want to change, then the picture can be changed very fast.
It's one question. Among all these 4 photos you said just now, so what's the advantage of this?
If you really want full control, I recommend you do Photoshop. But it's sort of the slowest. But my question to you, is it really you need all the control? I just did Lumina. Let's go to Lightroom. Okay. Again, I'm going to do it in 30 seconds. Oh, it's slower than me. Computer is slower than me. Let's click Lila again. Right. I'm going to click the photo button. Okay, just that. I'm going to grab the picture. I'm going to grab the picture all the way down. All the way down. All right. Make it darker. One stop will do. Let's delete the picture. Oops, too much. Too dark. Let's pull up the shadow a bit. Okay, done. I promise you 10 seconds, done already. Let's see. You see? What else? What else you want to change? Okay, picture a bit noisy. Yes, I just pull some. Okay, let's reduce the noise. And it's done. Finish. I didn't do anything difficult. No? I didn't pull the 2-3 sliders and the picture is done. No? Of course, I have all the options I want. Okay, I give you an example. I didn't go into it. I didn't pull the curves. I didn't do the hue, saturation, and luminance slider. For example, this slider, I click luminance. I want her skirt to be darker. I can click this one. You see carefully, the skirt is becoming darker already. And I want her top, her red one. I don't like her this red color. I want to change her. See, change to orange. I can change. See, I've done it already. Again, if you notice, I did it in 5 seconds. I've changed. Let's see before. What's also okay. Let's see before and after. See, before and after. 30 seconds. edited. Okay, if I don't like that, I just change. I just click one click. I got it back. Done. I recommend Lumina for people who don't want to crack their head so much. All right. In Lumina, I can also change the rate. It's not that I can't. All right. It's just hidden somewhere in all these sliders here. Somewhere. I can do the grad. I can put my name inside. I show you I put my name inside. I will add here. I add a new adjustment, new image layer. Okay, sorry, don't change my mind. I will want her to have a texture on her. Let's take this texture on her. Open. See, I can put the texture, pull down the opacity. I got a picture with this one, with the texture on her. Or in fact, actually, I should have covered this now, but my bad. I'm gonna reset this picture. Sorry. I say this one is the fastest to learn. Computer very slow. Let me close some software. Let's close this one. Give me one minute. I'm gonna end very quickly. I'm gonna close. All right, I'm gonna restore. Sorry, very slow. My computer is getting hot, that's why it's also slow. Look at my computer. Wait. Yeah, close most of it. Let's go back to this picture was shot in Kudat. Lumina 4.3 is a new screen. All right, let's take this picture. A very flat picture. It has got these presets which comes with the software. So without having to buy anything, if I click the looks here, they call it looks in Lumina. Use Lumina looks. Okay, coming. Okay, let's click this preset. See, the preset picture is done already. I didn't do anything. I just made one click. I want it black and white. Processing now. See, black and white with the lights, clouds. This one is my effect I did in Photoshop English. Let's go back again to the color one. And you find it's too much, just pull the opacity slider and it will reduce the effect to 0. This is full. And it comes with so many effects there. Here, landscape. Let's go over landscape. You click one slider, the picture is edited for you without you cracking your head. Now these effects or looks or presets in Lumina, let's click warm sunset, okay? After you click already, this is a starting point, you see? Anything that after you don't like, you still can change. So I go to landscape, I still can dehaze it a bit. See, I can change. I think here is too bright, so I still can create that picture there, set orientation, bottom, set orientation here, I put it here, and let's make it a bit darker. See, my bottom has become darker. You still can change. And this is done. And now the picture, let's go full screen. Let's see before, after, before, after. Again, done in 30 seconds. In fact, it took longer for the software to load than for me to edit this photograph. So fast. I recommend Lumina, and it's not so expensive also. And it has got powerful things which I think are important for a lot of people. Like for example, now you look at these lines here. These lines here. So ugly, right? You know, if you submit, you will not win. So you correct it. Correct your photograph. I'm not adding things into the photograph. I'm not putting a Langlois in the photograph. I'm only removing. For example, there is, if I look carefully, I think I can find a Coke bottle and all that rubbish on the beach. So when you submit photographs, I feel you should remove these distracting things. In the olden days, I remember when I was shooting a film, I would actually walk to the bridge, I would take the Coke bottle and throw away. But nowadays, of course, with software, you just go and edit it up. So erase it up. So I'm going to erase this thing that the boy that boy drew. Okay, so I don't want this. I don't want this thing, right? Software. So I'm going to erase this thing out. Erase this thing. Erase this thing, and then the thing here. Don't know what the thing here. All right, and then some rubbish here. So I remove this rubbish here. That's the other one. All right, let's click erase.
Okay, Edwin.
Yep, thumbs up.
Okay. No, I mean, you can finish this, and we are going to share our monthly photo contest.
All right.
And Dr. Horn will join us later on to do his sharing.
All right. So as you can see, the picture has been before, after. See, before and after. Done. Okay. If you all want to know more about these things, kindly just contact me lah. I'll be more than happy to show you the technique to edit this photograph or whatever photograph that you have any questions. So the prices again, if you really cannot afford, then you go to Digital Mall and Laoya.
No, we're not encouraging that.
Okay, no more questions. No more questions. I've ended. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you all didn't fall asleep.
Thank you, Edwin, for your sharing today. A lot of useful information and skill. Yeah, that you have done. Great job today.
Okay, thank you.
I might stop your screen sharing.
All right.
Okay.
Please. Okay, cancel my screen sharing.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi, Dato'.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to PSPJ monthly meeting. Yeah. On Facebook. Yeah.
Welcome, Dato'.
Yeah, how are you? Hey.
Oh, good.
So everyone, before we start with Dato', and let me introduce a bit about for Dato' Hon Chung Kim. He's served as a Deputy Minister of Education Malaysia from 1999 to 2008. After his retirement, he became an avid landscape photographer, traveling both locally and abroad with his cameras to capture the beauty of nature, which is he's really good indeed. And he's also appointed as an assistant secretary of the Federation of Asian Photographic Art. A lot of people know it as FAPA. Okay, so we welcome Dato' Hon Chung Kim to join our meeting today. So Patrick, do you have anything said to Dato'?
No. A very warm welcome to him because this is first time we're asking him to participate in activity. So we should
Yeah, we are
get
glad.
to know
We are
him
so
better.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dato is a very good photographer.
No, not at all. Very happy to meet you again, especially Patrick, and of course the host today, Debbie. Nice meeting
Thank
you
you.
all. And I thank you very much for giving me a chance to participate in this forum. I think it is my honor to share my story about my trip to the Penang, which I have started, 10 years ago until today. I've been traveling there for not less than 20 times. Now, maybe I wanted to show you, of course, to your member, through a photo with the PowerPoint, and why we go ahead, why we go along. If you have any question, please ask me, and I'm more than happy to answer.
Yeah, thank
can
you.
I share my screen now?
Yes, please.
Where did it is? Okay. Okay, let's start. My visit to the Penang. Of course, my first trip to Penang is the year 2010, exactly 10 years ago. The area I normally set foot on is Long Seridan, Pabuak, Long Win, Pak Taha, Long Lesuan, Long Maraan, Long Siang. The long, in fact, is mean river mouth. Pak also carry the same meaning. All these areas are in Long Seridan area. Of course, my talk this afternoon only refer to the both area as I see it. Before we start our journey, we have to get ready with all the things that we need to stay overnight over in Penang area. For example, the food, even drinking water, we have to carry ourselves. And whatever you want to use when you want to stay overnight in the Penang. Of course, you cannot buy all these things over in Penang. There are no 7-Eleven. There are no 99 mark over there. So everything you have to prepare in advance. This is the way that we travel. Of course, we also carry some item to be given to the Penang community. For instance, the old clothing, something that they need, ask my friend to buy for them. We also at the same time carry for them. The journey to the Penang village, you can either fly to Maswin, fly by Maswin from Miri to Long Seridan. And then of course you have to arrange your own transport to the various villages. Or you arrange your own transport. Definitely have to be a 4-wheel drive, start from Miri to our destination. It normally take about 6 to 7 hours. We drive through the timber track. These are the route that we normally.
Hello.
We're losing audio. Huh?
Hello. Dato. Hello, Dato. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Anyone can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think Dato is.
Yes, I can hear you as well.
Okay.
Yes, can hear you. Can hear you.
I think Dato is losing his network, so we are waiting him to rejoin the meeting.
We share the monthly photo submission first.
Okay. So I'll share the monthly photo. Okay. Please wait a while. Okay, while we are waiting. Dato is back. Okay. So we have a technical issue for the network.
Okay. Very,
Mr. Horn, Dr. Horn. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, just now I think the network issue. So,
Mm.
okay, you may continue.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm using my telephone network now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now this is the route that normally we travel. Long and winding road. During the dry season, it's very dusty. During the wet season, it's very, very difficult to travel, very muddy. And on the way, you can also come across big truck carrying this log to the timber factory. This just want to show you this video. Okay, sometime when the bridge was washed away by the rain, we got no other option. We have to cross the river by using the four-wheel drive. Of course, it have to be done during the low tide. The water level is low, only then we are able to drive through. Sometimes you got to wait for hours before the river water subside to a certain level, crossable by the four-wheel drive. Okay, this also, sometimes we have to cross the river. We have to use a boat.
This is quite dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, the river, even though not very big, but the water is the current is very strong.
Oh.
Yeah. And of course, sometimes they also use a raft to ferry us. You only can sit for 1 or 2 persons. In order to reach their village. Finally, this is the kampong that we have arrived at. This called Paktaha. Unfortunately, since a few months ago, I can't reach this kampong anymore because the road leading to this kampong was spoiled by the flood. Until today, we still not able to reach them. This is another kampong called Long Maraan. It's a bigger kampong and also located near the river mouth. This is one of the shots that I took during the sunset in the Penang kampong.
Oh, beautiful.
You can see this mountain. I mean, the forest. Big forest.
Well, this one you shoot from the hilltop.
No, roadside.
Very high place. Roadside.
Yes. Yeah, just stop your car and then use a longer lens to capture it.
It's a high ground.
High ground. Yes.
Oh.
You can find this scenery, especially after a heavy rain the previous night. Then you can see very foggy and also misty. This is one of the area, one of the picture I took. These are the portraiture of the Penang. They dress up just like that. Another portraiture of a Penang old man.
How old are they? This one, what's the age?
Actually, if you ask them, they also don't know. They can't tell the age. They can't tell the age.
Because they don't know when they were born.
Yes, right. That's right. If you ask them how old are you, they may not able to tell.
Just interested to know what is their lifespan like. What is the average?
Yeah, I think it should be around 50 to 60 years old. This man. Young mother with children. That is the typical house they stay, but normally this is for temporary. After a while, they move to other area, and they can build this house within 1 or 2 hours. Now, who is Penang? And where are they? And how many of them? According to Suharkam report 2007, there were about 16,000 Penan. But they stay in the forests of Baram, Plaga, Miri Pintulu, and Limpang district. Forest is their home. They are nomad, but most of them have semi-permanently settled down. Only about 500 of them still live in the jungle. I was told in order to reach the 500 of them in the jungle, deep into the jungle, we may have to walk 1 or 2 days before we can find them. Honestly, I have not tried my luck yet. But when I heard that we have to travel 1 or 2 days, we don't intend to spend that kind of time. And not sure you can find them. Penan are the hunter. They are born hunter. At about 9 something, this young hunter have a fruitful hunt. He carried with him a huge white boar. I easily weighed about 70 kg or even more. Back to home. Look at the size of the white boar. It only took them about an hour or so for him to cut the white boar into pieces.
Wow.
And distribute for cooking now.
So normally how they cook it?
They burn it.
Or burn
Actually,
it.
they don't know how to they just burn it and pangkat it.
Oh.
Barbecue it. Yeah.
Oh. So there's no curry, no other things.
No, I don't know how to cook.
No condiment.
Honestly, I have not tested the fruit they prepare by them. Honestly.
Oh, okay.
I have not.
I think they just
stomach not used to it.
Okay. Now you see, the barbecues it.
Oh, looks tasty.
Barbecue.
Like char siu.
Like char siu, yeah. Okay, this the processing sago. Sago is their staple food. The main staple food for them is sago. You see, that is for the dinner. But let me tell you how they process sago. The sago is processed from the fiber of the sago palm tree. Just like an ordinary palm tree, the shape are more or less the same. Mm-hmm. They extract the fiber. Then they wash it with water. They step on it. And then the residue will be collected together with the water at the lower level of the setup. And the water dries up. There is the sago powder. It's ready for makan for the whole family. But lately, seen a few years ago, sago palm is not easy to find. They have to find, they slowly change from sago eating to rice now. That's why they have to plant rice. They started planting. But the way they plant it is not as systematically as what we did over here. You just cut the tree, burn it, and then plant it.
Oh, okay.
It don't look like a paddy field anyway.
Oh.
If you pass by, you thought it is just a wild grass, but it's a paddy field. Well, this look good, not so bad. Now it's a harvest.
Oh.
Of course, Penan, also known as gatherer. Besides hunting, they also gather wild fruits. This one afternoon, this young girl gathered a lot of wild fruits. Children also helping. They eat this wild fruit for lunch for that day. Now, what is the Penan philosophy of life? This is my perception of Penan philosophy of life. First, I think they take it easy. Life to them is a take it easy way of life. There are no time constraint. David said 3:30 is my show. to them, there's no fixed time for them for any activity. They can wake up whenever they like. They sleep whenever they like. There's no appointment for them. So life is easy for them. They're also contented with what the forest can offer to them. Of course, they are very kind and peace-loving people. I don't feel any worry when I went into the jungle and stay with them. In fact, I stay with them in their house. I don't worry. They are friendly. From the literature I read, there are many incidents whereby the Penan willingly move deeper into the jungle just to avoid conflict with other tribes, with Iban, with other tribes. They just want to avoid quarrel or fighting with other tribes. What is more interesting to me is the concept of sharing. They call it molong. Concept of sharing is everything they share among themselves. Later on, I will tell you, I will show you how they share things. Then all are equal. To the Penan village, I can't find rich people or poor people. More or less the same. Of course, there are only whether healthy people or not healthy people only.
So Dato', is they have any like the head of village or
yes,
kampong?
Yes. The government appoint each kampong ketua kampong. I think they get some allowances from the government, but they don't have any special privilege. They still stay over there, except that they get some cash allowance every month. You see, when we give them this toiletry, this lady, the kampong wife, kampong head wife, arranged in such a manner to share among all the household. Distribute meat to others. Just like when the young men capture a white boar, there they will distribute the meat to all the houses. When I say they are caring and loving people, they are kind-hearted people, even though they hunt for wild animal. But once they capture the wild animal life, for instance, this small pig, they will take care of it. They will take it as pet. They will never kill the animal for food anymore. This is a special thing about this Penan. They feed them. They keep it as pet. This animal they capture life. They keep it. Of course, monkey is very common. Almost all the household they have monkey.
Did they train this like monkey the pet to do any special skill?
No.
Just keep it as pet.
Yeah, just keep it. Yeah, just keep it. Feed them and keep it with them. Of course, this is a latest pastime for the Penan, cockfighting. Very interesting. Making blue bite. This is the main the blue bite used for hunting. They take about 1 or 2 weeks for them to complete one piece of blue bite. I think our local aborigine using the bamboo, but our Penan friend here, they using the solid wood. They drill a hole, painstakingly drill a hole through the solid wood, and then cut the wood, polish it, become a blue bite. I was told it takes about 2 weeks for them to finish the work. Now, when we talk about Penan, we have talked about the logging. Of course, I'm not here to talk about the bad or good of logging, but I just want to talk about what are the consequences of logging. First is that when the forest is cut down, less animal for them to hunt. They mean less food for them. When they cut down the forest, sago tree also was cut down as well. That's why I said earlier on, now they have to change their staple food from sago to rice. They have to start to plant rice now. Last time they only eat sago. Of course, they can buy sago powder from the market. The other thing is the water pollution. This is the logging activity I saw during my travel to the Penang. You look at the log, such a huge one, taller than my friends, waiting to be processed for commercial use.
This is like 1,000. I think what's the age of the tree? I think like 100 years or 1,000.
I don't know how. These are original forest. It's a huge timber, very huge one.
Oh.
This is a sago palm tree I mentioned earlier. But nowadays also, when they cut down the forest, they also cut away this palm tree. So not easy for them to get the palm tree anymore. Fishing. Actually, they just spend less than half an hour or so. They catch enough fish for dinner. The river, so easy.
Wow.
I personally see them to throw the net and catch the fish. In less than an hour, few throw only, they get the kind of fish for dinner.
So before they use the net, how they catch a fish? Are they sharing any other skill?
They used to conventional type to rod, the fishing rod.
Okay.
Fishing rod.
Oh.
Okay, this is the water pollution.
Wow.
In the one of the column there. You see, this man, this old man, have to collect the water from the upstream for drinking. Even though right in front of him there's a small stream, but they can't use the water because the water is already polluted. Penang no longer can totally depend on forest for living. So what they need to do, they need cash to buy foods. So where to get their cash? Fortunately, there are some work for them. Some of them work part-time worker in the logging company. Now also because what they call this Petronas having some project over there. Some of them also working for Petronas as a part-time workers. Some as a security guard. Some working in the company. And the women folk, they do some handicraft for sales to the visitors. This is a commonly seen Penang lady while taking care of the child also do some handicraft work. Some of them very nicely produced, in fact. Now in one of these long house, lately, this only recently, they start to produce handbag. The whole kampong people get themselves involved by producing this handbag, ready to be consigned out to Miri and other area for sales. Now they even have their own brand. So if you see this bag in KL or PJ, please try to buy from them. Support as a way to show support to the Penang.
So are they just selling on the market or they are also sell online?
I don't know whether they sell online or not, but they consign out. There are some company collect all this handbag, and then they distribute to Brunei. Some in Miri. I was given the understanding that some even come out to Kuala Lumpur. I think there are few women organizations, especially from Brunei, helping them to market this product.
Oh.
Of course, the profit they got also plow back to help the Penang.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, they are a group of people in from Miri and also from Brunei helping them. Honey-based skin can fetch some money. They taken the meat, they dry the skin, and they can fetch money. This is called Karo wood. Karo wood. Mandarin called Chen Xiang Mu. Don't look at this, look very rotten, small piece. I was told it fetch about $1,000.
Wow.
More or less
Imagine,
$1,000.
Imagine the whole
this.
tree, whole trunk.
But it's very difficult to find them. You may have to go into the deep of the jungle to find this wood. People from Taiwan, from China, mainland China, purposely ask people to come and purchase this wood, ship back to their own country for other uses, for commercial use. Strangely enough, this Pakistanis, I don't know where it come from. It travel all the way to the Penang area to sell household item. Very enterprising. And I think that this also one of the push factor for the Penang people to earn more cash in order to purchase all these household item. Now let's look at what are the social problems they face among the Penang. Of course, the top in the list will be the medical care. No IC, education issue. These are the three main things that I observe. Medication, even though we have government clinic, but some of the clinic is quite far, distant away from where they stay. It's not easy for them to reach the clinic. So when we pass by, they ask us whether we can give them any medicine for her leg swollen. This young girl only received his IC when he was in Form 5.
Oh.
Normally, they were born in the jungle. Most of the Penang children are born in the jungle and never came to report the birth. And because of that, no birth IC, no birth certificate. And if they find it very difficult for them to apply for the IC, that is one of the problem commonly experienced by the Penang people. We even met up with the registration. We even asked them to, why can't you travel to the interior to do the registration for them? So they can only do it in Miri or in Marudi, which is quite a distance away from them, from where they stay. So these are the problem they face. Of course, the other thing is education. Look at all these children. They have no education. They never go to school. They just lay back. They are with nothing to do when they stay, when I find them in the kampong there. Hunting instead of going to school. Instead, the small boy carry the monkey with him, and the elder brother carry a pro bike, prepare to go for hunting. Young mother, they marry very young, take care of the child. There is a primary residential school in Long Seridan. They offer residential facility, but they have to stay in since year one. Many of the parents do not allow, not willing to let the young child to leave them and stay alone or stay with other kids in the residential school.
Oh, why?
Because they're very young, tender age, only standard one. They never leave home before. So that is one of the reasons.
So,
yeah.
Dato', sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
We have one question coming in. So the question is the Penang are they Penang are they immune to the disease like us?
Is the same disease as us?
I don't think they have any immune system. I very worried during the COVID-19 outbreak.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one travel inside. I really worried for them. If there is an outbreak COVID-19 among the kampong there, I think it's a big problem for us. Very difficult for them to seek medical treatment.
But why are outsiders allowed to go in an environment like this when you know it's very similar to the Amazon? Now the Amazon, they've had to close several regions because the natives are getting quite ill from the visitors. I don't understand why they haven't closed off this area and provided private medical and education. I don't understand this.
Okay, there are not many visitors go inside. Actually, no one want to go inside unless you have something to do. Like for instance, the logging company, the logging workers, or people like us wanted to see their life. But not many people, they cannot afford for the visitor to stay also. That's why when we travel into this Penang area, we have to limit our people, number of people. At the most 3-4 of them only, 4 of us only, because there's no way for you to for them to cater, give us a place to stay overnight, and the food, all this. But not many people will like to visit them.
So they don't have enough places for outsiders to stay.
Yeah.
Or they don't have enough food or anything to serve to people.
When I started my talk earlier, I said that we have to bring our own food. We have to bring our canned food. We have to bring our own food. Everything, including the drinking water. So not easy for them to cater, to accommodate the huge number of people. Only at one time, later on, I will show you some slide. There are a group of people, about 40 of us, but they have to find their own campsite. They have to camp themselves. But this is a different story.
But who's really responsible? Who's responsible for these people at the end of the day? Who's responsible for? There must be some government organization that should be responsible for these people. Who are they?
Oh yeah, there is the government institution is still functioning. For instance, there's a school there. They are also clinic, but only thing is that the clinic you cannot build clinic in all kampong, because the one unique thing about the Penang settlement is they cannot be a very big settlement, because when the community become too large, they may not able to find enough food. They have to be kept small, at the most 40-50 people in one kampong, unless they are more become a modernized kind of settlement. But for the few areas that I travel, they are all very small kampong, very small area, not many people. At the most about 50 houses, 40 houses at the most. Okay.
Well, I was a nurse in the background, in my background, and I think that we had traveled to several countries that were very impoverished and poor and all this type of thing outside our own country. I don't understand why, with all the medical facilities that you have in Malaysia, why the doctors don't go in every 3 or 4 months as a humanitarian to go in.
Yeah, you are right. In fact, there is a clinic, there is a doctor also. Only thing is that the people don't go to them because it's the transportation problem. It's a transportation problem. Of course, I heard they are also flying doctor. Flying doctor means they will fly to this kind of kampong, and where they're going to provide medical care for these people. Yeah.
Okay.
For some of the small village, they have to travel very far in the deep jungle to reach the medical
That's right.
center.
Sometimes not very far, just because they no transport, they have to walk to reach the clinic. Even the school also, they cannot build many schools. They one school in the Long Sridan, but they cater for the need of the surrounding kampong. And these people have to walk. Now better already, because now they have a motorbike. They start to own motorcycle. I will show you later on. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you. Very, very good question, in fact. Now look at this boy, a poor boy. He walked all from his own house to this kindergarten. This kindergarten, this boy studying kindergarten, barefooted. So when they reach this kindergarten, the assistant teachers help to wash his feet, you see, and also put on the uniform, school uniform, before sending him inside the classroom. When the kindergarten is over, the teacher collect back the shoe, collect back the uniform, and then this poor boy walk back to his kampong barefooted again. Because if they allow them to take back the shoe, the road become very muddy and will be very dirty together with the school uniform. Now, come to secondary school, even more difficult for them. It's further away from home. There's one secondary school in Marudi. There's only one also nearby Long Bedian, but Long Bedian Secondary School only cater up to Form 3. So Form 4, Form 5, you still have to travel to Miri or to Marudi. Quite a distance from home. They're facing transport fee and living expenses. And of course, because of that, there's high dropout rate. Going on the way to school, this is how they go to school.
Every day.
Not every day. This is just when the school reopen, they travel this way to school. Of course, every holiday they have to come back, because the residential school closed during holiday. So they leave home to go to school. The way cram in a 4-wheel drive. And I sent this boy. This is a lucky boy. I sent him to register University Pertanian Malaysia 2 years ago. This is the girl that he got his IC during Form 5. Lucky he got his IC. Now it's teacher training college. The parents sent her to school, sent her to the teacher training college. I think another year or so, he will be graduated. We sponsor them laptop for them to use in her study. This boy, Anin, we just help him to enroll into a private technical college in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. After Form 5, his result is not that good. He cannot enter to government university or sixth form. Then he start work as a shopkeeper in one of the departmental store, fish department. I went to see him, I talked to him, and I asked him to register himself to a private technical college in Sabah. Hopefully one day he can find a better job. Problem with old age, everywhere the same, of course. Now Penang cannot hunt anymore. They have to depend on others for food. The other thing is the health problem. This old man, the wife was paralyzed, and he had to take care of the wife. Finally, the wife passed away, and this old man, lucky enough, was given a place to stay in the new long house. I met him. I met him when I visited this area. The two pictures taken at least 5 to 6 years apart.
Oh.
Yes. Not recently. The earlier one, this one, 5 to 6 years ago. Yeah. The latest development. Let's look at what are the development. Now, the first thing is the transportation. As I said, mentioned earlier, the key issue now is the transportation problem because they stay deep inside the jungle. Now there's some improvement. Last time we have to use a ferry service in order to travel to Long Lama, then on our way to the Penang area. At least it takes us half an hour to cross the river to wait for the ferry. Last year they already started, they built a bridge, replacing the ferry, cut short the journey now, and very easy to travel. No need to wait for ferry. Suspension bridge built across the river. Last time when we wanted to go into this kampong, we have to travel by boat to cross the river. Now we no need to use boat to carry to cross the river. We can walk through. Even the motorbike also can pass by. This is the Ketua Kampong. David, you mentioned. This is the Ketua Kampong in Tek Kampong with his wife. After buying some sundry from the town nearby. The other thing is the telecommunication. This is interesting. When I first visited Penang, way about 10 years ago, they used this traditional method of communicating with each other, communicating with other Penang friend, other group of friends. They use a stick by making some mark over there. Every mark, every cut carries some meaning. Another picture showing the system of communication, very traditional way of communicate to each other. Now, happy to see there's the telecommunication tower, 2016, but this only, the coverage only limited to certain area only. Of course, there's no 3G service there. You can only use telephone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now they're using walkie-talkie to communicate to each other in the same area, vicinity of the same area. Solar electricity supply is limited voltage. This is only very recently, last year. The government installed a solar electricity free of charge, but only a limited voltage. When you finish using, you finish the voltage, you got to wait for tomorrow.
Normally how they use the electricity?
For the night.
Only the lighting.
For the light, yeah, lighting, yeah.
Or they have a television or radio.
Television only 1 or 2 houses they have it. They cannot operate with the fridge or whatever.
Okay.
Last time they use some of them use genset. Some kampong using genset. But this solar system was not available to all the villages. Only certain villages that have this solar system make available to them. You see the TV. You can receive Astro. Okay. Now there are also people trying to help them. Some NGO, some churches, logging company to supply food for them, medicine and other assistance. Like for instance, this couple, the old man, stay in this very dilapidated house. There is inside their house. Now we built this house for them. Cost us 15,000.
Dato', did the Penans ever complain to you about the logging companies and the palm oil companies destroying the forest?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they set up their own roadblock. They set up their own roadblock to not allow the logging company to pass through. Of course, then they start negotiation. Negotiation in the sense of compensation and so on. That finally they settled among themselves.
So the companies have been unfair to them before.
I don't want to conclude whether this unfair. Of course, I only stay there for a short while, but I only can talk to you what are the consequences of the login operation.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do they have any land rights?
They claim it's a customary land, but I was told it's not gazetted. It was not gazetted. Some are gazetted, but some are not gazetted. Of course, I have talked with the Ketua Kampung. I asked them to fight for the gazette of the customary land. So once they gazetted, they have the full jurisdiction to protect them. At the moment, they don't have some of the land was not gazetted, or rather gazette a small area. There's one kampung I was given the understanding from the Ketua Kampung that they have been negotiating with the government to gazette a bigger piece of land. But finally, the government only willing to gazette a small piece for them to stay on it. That's why they are still in the midst of bargaining. These are the things still unresolved. Yeah. Okay, this is Marlin old house, another old man, small and very stuffy. We also built another house for them. So far we have built 2 houses. This is where I mean early on, year 2018, one big group of people came from organized by Kuchin people from welfare organization, enter into the kampung to provide medical checkup. This is a free service. Medical checkup for the children, haircut, free haircut, hair lice, to get rid of the hair lice. It's very common among the children there. And then also install solar system. This is a simple solar system. And also given them food item to help them. This lady also helped to what they call apply some medicine lotion to this old man. So what is the way forwards for the Penang? To me, after 10 years of visit to Penang, I strongly feel that they have to learn to plant some vegetable. They have to learn to plant some fruit trees. Land is not a problem. Just like now they're planting rice, they just cut the tree and then start to plant rice. They also can cut the tree, the forest, and plant some vegetable, plant some fruit tree. Of course, they're for their own consumption. You want to say they wanted to export, wanted to sell it outside, it's very difficult for them. The transportation charges are maybe a bit high for them. And the second thing is that I strongly urge them to obtain IC for the children. And important, register themselves as voters. Not many people have registered themselves as voters because they don't have IC. Even those who have IC also, they are don't think it's important to register them as voters. And thirdly, they have to send their children to school. This is always, I emphasize this point whenever I met up with the Penang parents. I keep on emphasizing, ask them to send them children to school, and I tell them I'm willing to help if they come across any transportation problem. In fact, last time myself and a few friends sponsor transport for them, but now we have stopped for a while. Just see whether they need the kind of assistance or not. And of course, more help from the authority. Thank you. That's all. If you have any question, maybe we can open up.
Thank you, Dr. Hon. Let me check if we have any questions. So anyone, any audience have the question, you may type on the Facebook comment, and Dr. Hon is very happy to answer you.
Yeah, if I able to answer, yes.
Hello, Dato'.
Yeah.
I got one question. The communication, is it you use Malaysia language or Penang language? Or they got translator?
I only learn a few words. Normally we use a sign language.
Sign.
Sign language.
So that means majority the old people they can't speak Bahasa Melayu. That means the Malay language.
They can't speak.
Only the young generation.
They also only learn a few words of Malay. So I can only know baboy. Baboy is a white ball. Jen is how are you? The kind of greetings words that I have learned. Of course, I said, I want to take your photo. Please look here, look there, and look here.
Okay, thank you. I think this one, is it for Miri travel, they take how long?
Okay, Miri, we, of course, now that the certain stretch have been improved, at least we still have to take about 6 hours. From Miri to the area where we stay, Long Seridan, 6 hours. But you cannot travel fast because all the roads are not easy. And then you need a very experienced driver. I can't drive, honestly, because they do not follow our road system. We drive on the left-hand side, but in the jungle it's different. You have to follow the signboard. You have to follow the road sign. They ask you to drive on the left, you got to go on the left. Right, you have to follow the right-hand side.
Okay.
And very dangerous if you're not familiar, because very often you can suddenly a big truck just in front of you, crashing down from other side of the road.
Okay, thank you.
So, Dato', before you travel to this village, do you take any how to say any medicine that
medicine?
Yeah.
What was it?
Do you take any imitation medicine?
Antibody.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I know. I mean, you don't take their food. You don't drink the water there. You carry yourself with your own food, canned food, and the water.
Oh.
After we only stay for 2 nights, 3 nights.
Oh. Sorry. Who?
Dato', are there a lot of active NGOs providing to the urgent needs of these Penang people? Because I think services from the authorities may not be consistent. So are there any good NGOs, good-hearted people that actually have got a program to actually take care of their medical needs in whatever capacity they can? Are there active NGOs in that?
Yeah, thank you. Very good question. As I mentioned, there are group from Brunei. The Brunei, the form a so-called a loose community. They used to help them, and also my friend also involved from Miri. They normally go inside there to help to pull the water, to tap the water, so that nowadays you no need to go to the river to take your shower. The area that I stay, the house that I stay, because the water they already tap the water from the waterfall to individual houses. All these are contributed by the private organization. Of course, the churches also there. Churches also provide a certain service for them. There have been what we call a certain way of life, marriage, or whatever. So in the past, maybe they don't have this type of customary services, custom. Now they at least follow the church's instruction.
Actually, we have got a department for Aboriginal affairs in our country. So does this people actively take an interest in the welfare of these Aboriginal people? We do have this Orang Asli Affairs Department, I think.
Yes. Yes, they have, but I think the major problem is because of the distance. They stay very so remote area, so it may be not easy to reach. But normally, I was told they did go over there, especially those, for instance, the medical department, they built the clinic over there, and also they send the people to register. But I think not very often they go there, especially the registration department. I personally met the officer. I asked them to travel to all this kampong, whereby there are still a large number of them without IC. I asked them to at least apply for the budget so that they can travel over there.
Okay,
Yeah,
Dato',
yeah.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Yes, one question here sounds like this. Are there any other similar disadvantaged groups of indigenous people in Sarawak and Sabah?
I think there are quite a number of these indigenous group, but this is the only nomad. Penang is the only nomad in the country now. The other group, the other indigenous, they are more or less have already permanently settled down in one area. Like for instance, the Iban, they are well settled down already, and of course there are certain indigenous people in other part of Sabah and Sarawak. But Penang is the only tribe that still have not fully 100% settled down.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So, any more questions? Okay, let me check on the Facebook. Oh, okay. There's no more question on the Facebook comment, and okay. I think Dato', your sharing is very wonderful today. We learned a lot of things. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So PSPJ is very grateful to have a special sharing like yours, which is not very often to see. So we are really thank you.
I also wish to thanks Devi and Patrick. I'm very happy to see you all, and of course I also thanks the ladies who asked and your member who asked questions just now. If I have not been answered you completely, maybe you can contact me in other forum. I'm more than happy to provide any answer that I know of. Of course, I also have published a book on Penang. Unfortunately, it's more or less out of print already. I published the book. This is the title, The Penang Through the Lens. It actually is a book cover. So it published in 2016. Okay, thank you very much, and really enjoy the session with you all, and I look forward again. Maybe we can meet up next time.
Yes.
Sorry, Dato'. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dato'. I can ask one question not related to Penang. Okay, I know you got do the one MAPA or what, the FAPA.
Oh, FAPA, yeah.
Yeah, the distinction program. So you got any information for that one? Is it the closing date or
Okay, very good, yeah. That give me a chance to advertise a little bit. FAPA is what you call this Federation of Photography, ASEAN Photography Art. Federation of ASEAN Photography Art is was set up in 1965, not mistaken, in one of the very big organization with all the country, ASEAN country as a member. And now we just started, this come into the second year, we offer the what they call the award program, associate member and the fellowship member. For this is the second year. Now it's open for entries. The closing date for this year entry is 31st August. open for associate member and also fellowship member. So there are two award. So you all can ask your member if anyone who would like to register, please do so. Still open for registration. Simple.
Okay,
just submit your photo online only. No need to send a hard copy. We also charge the photo online and also publish the account. The result online.
If we need anyone need the information, you can either contact Dato' or contact PSPJ.
No, we will share the information.
Yes.
Yeah, I already got the information.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dato'.
Okay, better. Yeah. Bye bye.
Look forward to you participating in more of our activities.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, okay.
Yeah. All right.
So
thanks.
coming next, we have our another member, Mr. Chua, to share his artwork. So okay, Mr. Chua, are you online? Can you unmute yourself? I think.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for your sharing preparations. I believe we okay. Before you start your sharing, can I share a little bit of to our monthly photo contest?
Okay, sure.
Okay. I'll give you a while.
Stop.
Anything going on?
Sorry. Hilda, are you speaking?
No, I was just wondering what's going on because I don't see anything going on here.
Oh wait, let me
wait.
See. Yeah,
okay.
I'm sharing the monthly contest photo.
Oh, okay.
Give you a while.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, everyone, can you see it? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, our monthly the photo submission for the June of 2020, the shortlisted photo for the abstract photo team, the shortlisted participant is the first one is Albert Law. So the bracket will be their membership number. And second is Chow YK. Third is Cindy Quek. Fourth, Edwin Ong, Zhong Liang, Muhammad Azman, and William Yap, Lee Ka Yo. So we have a lot of great photos, but then this is a shortlisted one. And for the category of the theme of light and shadow, the shortlisted photo is Albert Law, Cho Liang Yong, Goh Bong Kiang, Kelvin Che, Lo Yi Peng, Hilda, John Liang. Okay, this is the shortlisted photo, and the winner we will announce soon. Okay, after Mr. Chua sharing. So everyone stay tuned. Okay. Mr. Chua.
Yeah.
You may start your sharing now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon. Before I start sharing, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Chua, and photography is not my profession, but it's my hobby for nearly 30 years. and I get myself qualified as a professional photographer by going for the examination in US, and I was being certified as a professional photographer in 1998. And then I was a member of the Master Photographer Association in UK. And I also a fellow, a member of the Photographic Society of Malaysia. I used to do Canon EOS seminar for 10 major cities in the whole of Malaysia, and where I explain about the new camera and also do shooting on the stage. I was also invited to talk in a training camp, 2 days, 1 night in Sungai Leming, where 100 over people attended. Now, my photo will be categorized in a few categories. Start with the street photos. We went to India to go around shooting on the street. These are the people photo. I use like a camera, so the picture is very three-dimensional. It's another picture. This is taken in China.
China.
China, yeah. This is in Vietnam. I like the expression of this lovely couple. This is a charcoal factory in Kota Tinggi.
Oh,
I like the lighting conditions.
Nice.
Yeah, of course, I need to use a flashlight for filling, but we need to control the amount of flashlight so that it doesn't flatten the picture. I also shoot some celebrity photos. This is Miss World Malaysia 2012. She came to my studio to shoot. So these are the pictures I shot for her. I like her expression, very emotional. This is Amber Chia, a very famous model.
Oh, this is
and this
a
is
long time ago.
Actor from Hong Kong, Simon Yam. I shot this for him, and we become friends. This is night shooting in Hong Kong. This is Yumiko, actress in Hong Kong. And the gentleman was from Taiwan, actor from Taiwan. Light shooting a bit more complicated because we need fill-in light, and we have to control so that we can see the background clearly and also the subject clearly. This outdoor model shooting, I like the background. This is a mining pool in Bangkok. I like the cloud and the sky color. It's a big contrast between the subject and the color of the sky. This is backlighting shooting. We need fill in again, but we shouldn't flatten the picture. This is on the seaside. This is in Genting Highland, evening time when the sky is dark. This is also with off-camera flash, so to give a three-dimensional look to the subject, and the backlight become a edge lighting on the subject. Still shooting. I own a hobby studio, and I have shot a lot of models, a few Miss Malaysia, and some of the actresses. She is now in Hong Kong, actress now. I like the expression. This Miss World Malaysia, she showed her body shapes. And she was so happy. This is a bit tricky on lighting techniques because we have to show the subject and then the background all dark. This is a white background. This is a model from Kyrgyzstan. This is their traditional dress.
The
Looks
model
beautiful.
is Turkestan.
Kyrgyzstan. Former Russian state.
So her looks is quite similar to Chinese.
Then I shoot some children. These are various expressions of the children. They are so happy. These are the, we have to catch in time the expression.
These children are from where? Where is it? Where are they from?
This is, I forgot the country. I think it's Myanmar.
Oh, okay.
I like her expression.
So cute. Wow.
Her mother was a model, so she was trained from small. Crying. For indoor shooting, we have to use a field light to see the subject clear enough, and at the same time, it looks three-dimensional.
So, Mr. Chua, can I ask one question? Do you always bring the flashlight when you have an outing or you shooting?
Yeah, I always bring around. Even outdoor, I also use my flashlight.
Oh, okay.
But the important thing is how you control the amount of light, so as not to flatten the picture. A lot of people say, oh, if you are using a flashlight, it's not natural. But to me, it's not true, because our eyes can see nearly 20 stops of light intensity, but the camera can only record about 10 to 14 stops. So when we fill in with the light, we get more of the thing that we can see, and it's more towards like using our eyes to see. So to me, it's more natural.
Okay.
So actually, the lights that you bring along is more for field light purposes. It's for field light purposes, rather than full blast, right?
Yeah.
It may vary from half a stop to a quarter stop of light.
Patrick, can you speak louder? I think Chua cannot hear you.
Because I got a grass cutter outside my house. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a grass cutter. No, I suppose photographer actually have to bring along a small little light when I go out to actually fill up the shadow. And in most cases, we should not give it the full blast. Maybe with the off-camera flash, half a stop to 1/4 stop, I think will be sufficient. If you have most photographer, beginners will put a full blast of light. And
I always use TTL. Let the camera control the light intensity, but then you have to minus down. Depends the situation, from half a stop to 2 stops.
I see.
Yeah. So if we want, we can go through a training session on how to use the light.
That would be good.
Yes, I would like that, the lighting and training. I also have a Leica, but I don't use, I'm not saying that one camera is better than the other, because I think a lot of it has to do with the photographer. But for me, I've used a Leica for a lot of years. I just find that the post-processing, I don't have to do, and the lighting seems very natural. But that's just my opinion.
Sure.
I believe a lot of members are quite interested in the photography, like things, those kind of things, and I believe maybe in future Mr. Chua can do the sharing, or they conduct any workshop courses about this. Yeah, that would. Yeah. Maybe
hello, Mr. Chua.
Yeah, that would be super.
The slide that I show starting when I introduced myself, I did a training in Sungai Leming, where they stay there for 2 days, 1 night, 100 over people there. I teach them about the lighting, and they also practice on the side there. So they all enjoy learning how to use the flash.
Yeah, that's a really nice.
Yeah, this one, you can see the expression from the little girl. This one looks very three-dimensional. Without the fill-in light, you can't see everything. You'll see the face dark. This one also. This is a very famous tea shop in China. A lot of photographers went there to shoot. And this is a picture I shot. I entered the World Cup photography contest last year and got first prize when I converted into black and white picture. So thanks for the opportunity for me to share some of my photos.
Oh, okay. Mr. Chua, Mr. Chua,
Yes.
for this just now the China photo, the tea shop, right? So you guys just enter, or do we need to ask for permission?
Just what?
Do we just enter and snap photo, or do we need to apply for permission?
Oh, for the contest?
No, I mean shooting inside the tea
shooting,
shop.
we just go in.
You go in as a customer.
You don't have
I
to
suppose.
apply for permission.
Oh.
There are a lot of photographers went there to shoot. Because the lighting is very nice. The roof there's a window, the sunlight coming down. And
people there,
all the retired old men drinking tea there every day.
So people there are not feeling disturbed by the photographer.
They are used to it already.
Oh, okay. I think they are the famous model already.
Even I use a flashlight, nobody complained.
Wow.
Okay. What is the name of this tea house? It seems very famous. Even a Sony photo contest, so everybody seems to have taken photograph from this location.
This is a famous place for shooting photos.
Where is it located in China?
In Sichuan.
Sichuan. Oh, Sichuan.
Near Chengdu. I mean, 2 hours from Chengdu. They call it Shenzhen.
This is an earthquake-prone area, no?
Yeah.
So,
maybe PSPJ organize a trip there after coronavirus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big project. Yeah.
That's a big project. I like can I ask, do you do a lot of post-processing, or is most of this fairly
SOC, straight out of camera?
Yes.
It need to be processed with Photoshop to bring out all the stops, because the
colors
camera cannot record so wide
dynamic range,
intensity of light, so we have to bring out in stages.
Oh, okay,
thank you.
Understand. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Mr. Chua, do you mean that we have a minor field flash, then it will be better for the post processing instead of without the flash, then the post processing will be limited.
Without the flash, it's very difficult because if you try to bring it out too bright, then the noise will come in and a lot of grains, very rough grains coming out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mr. Chua, you got a private photo studio, is it?
Yes.
So I'm wondering, maybe in the not too distant future, PSPJ can have an activity there. We get a model and then you teach us the lighting. Oh, you have all the lighting equipment, so it will be a good opportunity for PSPJ members to.
But the studio not big enough to accommodate so many people.
No, then we are on the lucky draw basis.
So it's limited.
We'd have to limit the number of people. That's all.
No, we can do it in
I think
other places.
Most is 5 people.
Oh, okay. So we probably can find other places. Yeah, other places. Then Mr. Chua.
If you find places, get the lighting system, I can do some explanation and then training on the how to press the light, how to use the light, all this.
Maybe we can ask Sony at the Curve to let us use their training room with all the lightings, FOC, and then you come and conduct a training for it.
Okay, I think Patrick, maybe
can be arranged.
Maybe can be arranged. Let's discuss in the committee meeting. Then we can plan for this.
Okay,
this is good. Good idea. Good idea. I think this idea will be very popular amongst the members.
No, is it we do in the Sony's or the PJ need 2 day 1 night or not?
The Curve, the Curve.
So it's a 2 day 1 night.
2 day 1 night.
2 day 1 night camp in the Curve, is it? No. 2 days 1 night. We stay at the hotel at the end of the Curve there, and then morning breakfast, and then shooting there. They also got the hotel, got a swimming pool.
But the Sony has a nice little workshop.
Yes,
at the Curve, and they have a back room there, and they could you could have as many as 15, 20 people. I think they would accommodate us.
20 is too many people. I mean 15 because otherwise 15, you won't get full attention. So what we do is after this we throw a curve ball at Sony the Curve and ask them whether they can allow us to use their studio.
But flashlight.
To check with you, Mr. Chua, you started from the era of films, right?
Yes.
Have you switched over to mirrorless?
No, I have Fuji mirrorless, but then I have one worry is that mirrorless, the viewfinder is actually can give gradation to your eyes, because I have friends who shoot wedding photos and use too much of this mirrorless, the eyes get damaged.
Is it?
Because you are just viewing a video at very close distance, so the radiation video will hurt your eyes.
Oh, I never thought about that. I may have to throw my camera away.
So, okay, let me say, Mr. Chua, we have a new question coming in.
Okay.
It's from Value. He asked, what is your shutter speed when you use the flash?
You mean outdoor or indoor?
I think he mentioned. I think he mentioned about the photo you taken in the China.
If outdoor, then depends on the brightness. And then if you go above synchro speed of the camera, then you have to have a high sync. You have to set on high sync.
High speed sync.
Okay.
High speed
Okay.
sync, yeah.
Okay, let's say for the pictures inside the tea cafe, the tea shop in China, can you roughly explain how is the setting you use with the flash?
I see. That was the indoor, so the light intensity is not very bright. So maybe you can use ISO 400, and then use the aperture priority because you want to control the depth of field, and let the camera decide on the speed. And if the speed will go above the sync speed, then you have to set your flashlight on high sync.
That photo, is it taken with a bounce flash? I suppose it bounced off the ceiling, right? Was it bounced off the ceiling?
You see, if you understand three-dimensional light, three-dimensional have the highlight or the key light, and then the mid-tones and the shadow.
So, Patrick, are you asking that whether we can do the bounce light inside the tea cafe?
So our camera flash is mid-tone, the fill-in light. So we can have it on the camera. But if you want the flashlight to be the key light or the highlight, you have to put at an angle. Then you have to use an off-camera light.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, any more question? Let me check. Oh, okay. Just now the same question from Value. When he asked about the shutter speed, when you use the flash, he's mentioned is for outdoor. So
outdoor, we try to use the lowest ISO so that the speed will not be too high. But then again, I normally use the aperture priority. The speed will be determined by the camera. And if you go to above high sync, then I have to set my flashlight with a high sync setting. If not, then you just shoot it as normal.
Oh, okay.
But then if you want to your flashlight as a fill-in, as a mid-tone, then you have to set on minus how many stop lah.
Okay. Okay. I think this is the last question we have on the Facebook comment. Let me check another one. Yeah, this is the last question we see. So thank you,
thank you,
Mr. Chua, for the sharing today. We have really learned a lot of things. And Mr. Eddie, anything you want to say?
That's all. I thank you for this opportunity to share my photos.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Still got a lot of photos haven't shared, Mr. Chua. Still got a lot of photos haven't shared.
I already shot for 30 years. So,
so I suppose the number of hard disks you have, but those days in the firm days is just negative. Those you have to scan before you show.
So we can do one day special for Mr. Chua, then you can share everything, photo, shot, everything.
That probably need two days, 2 nights. I believe Mr. Chua have a lot of interesting photo, not just models. Maybe have some outing street photo.
That one you have to be more than 18 years old only can see.
Okay. I think the privilege will only give to PSPJ member. Though now now this is a new recruitment for those people who like to have a privilege sharing from Mr. Chua. You need to join PSPJ as soon as possible.
Yeah, before the price goes up,
Okay, so coming next is our monthly photo result. So I'm going to share it now.
No, we need to announce the outing first, right?
Outing. Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Eddie, can you do the announcement?
Oh, for this month, we got the photo contest, monthly photo contest. First one is the black and white photo. So it's a monochrome heritage. The one is free and easy. We can use the old photo. The second one is the Tanjong Harapan sunset outing. It's in the Pokran. So it's a 20 feet. I think 5 p.m. 5 p.m. or 5:30.
Yeah, we are meet at 6 p.m. in front of the ship, the ornamental ship there. Then briefing for 15 minutes. Then we take a group photograph. I will produce the write up lah.
Yeah, we meet at 6. I think better come like 5:30 because
5:30,
difficult to get parking. If not, you need to park very far. We meet at 6. You better come.
Yeah.
So
whoever take the group photograph have to bring along a flash because it's backlighted. It's sunset on the other side.
Bring filter. So the Patrick will show the.
I do a write up. I get a few photos from Edwin. Then maybe once I get it, then I can send you the email. Then you can forward the email to all the members.
Okay.
It's next Saturday. Next Saturday.
20 feet. Yeah. Okay. So Patrick is a Taiko day.
No. Edwin is there's Edwin territory. I cannot go in territory. He's a Taiko
Okay.
day.
So after that we have the seafood
Yes, seafood is we encourage all members to join and it's of course we were long divide
No, your seafood is a SEA or SEE? SEA or SEE? Seafood.
Wow.
C only you cannot eat.
It's seafood and it is according to Edwin it is no pork, but the restaurant has not certified it's non-halal. It's pork free. It's only seafood and it's pork free. Okay, we encourage all members to join. The cost was shared among all the people who sit at the same table. Okay.
Thank you.
Bring along your family. You can make it a family outing because the theme of that event is sunset and activities along the seaside. Because there are family gathering there, we also take some family activities there, right?
Yeah.
Many years ago, they used to fly kite there, so I don't know whether they do that now. But these are, if you just sunset as a team, it can be very boring. If the sun does not set, then we have a problem. So sunset plus family activities. The sun will always set, of course. Geographically, the sun will always set, but then could be cloud covers and then we can't see the sun.
Okay. So it's open for family. Friends can come or not? PSPJ friends.
Friends can come. Because it's a public area, because I'm not the Prime Minister, so I cannot tell people can come or cannot come.
Yeah, it's public area, then it's open.
Otherwise, they charge me under the Seditious Act or whatever act they want to charge me.
So,
Eddie, can I say something?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I would advise that you all come wearing your mask, just in case. After all, kena saman.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
good advice.
And
Very
bring
good.
along the tripod so that you keep your distance from each other.
Tag measurement also. 1 meter, 1 meter.
No, you stretch out your tripod, it's really 1 meter. So anybody come here, you just use the stick to do it. Yeah, better because the government may, just like in Broga Hill, the government actually got people stand there to prevent how many people go up Broga Hill. They may do the same thing in Tanjong Harapan. Then they won't. If we get caught, then there's no Harapan for us already.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, the last time I was there, the moment the sun set, everybody cabut.
Is it? Hey, do you know what time the sun was set that day?
7:20 to 7:30, it was set around there.
Okay.
So everybody cabut by 7:20 to 7:30. Then from 7:30 to 8, we had the blue hour actually. So That's why I don't want you all to come so early. If you come by 5 o'clock, you want to stand for 3 hours. Very hot. No tree one. There.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, I will come around 6. 6.
Punctually at 6 for a group photo.
6. If you those who come late, then people will take your best spot. That's all. The best spot to
I think
stand.
we can go earlier, but we don't stand under the sun. Just to be earlier.
Yeah.
No, wait for others.
They can eat seafood first lah.
Also can.
Have a coconut drink.
The Medan Ikan Bakar, the Malay run one, I believe now it's closed because I was there. They didn't open, so you all can't go and sit inside there and shoot from that angle.
Got toddy shop there.
Toddy shop, God, but that is around 10 kilometers away lah.
So okay, Mr. Chua, say thank you for today's sharing. Yeah, you are really wonderful, wonderful photographers. We appreciate your contribution to the society.
Thank you, thank you.
I like to see Mr. Chua posting a pretty girl every day. Looking forward to it.
Number one.
Honest, that's an honest opinion.
So okay, so Mr. Chua, do you have anything to add up before we proceed to the next? I think he's mute. Is it mute? No. Can you hear us, Mr. Chua? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is come to the end for so Mr. Chua's sharing. So next one I will share to
winner.
The member winner for the slide. Okay. Give me a while.
So the winner will get the token as token of the photo winner.
Okay. Let me share. Okay, everyone can see?
Yes.
All right. So okay, before I share the result for the winners, this is a highlight I need to announce. So on the July Monday photo contest, we normally submit on the Facebook, the group page there, with the hashtag. For the first one, the first theme is a black and white architecture. The theme is black and white architecture. The hashtag is PSPJ photo 0507 2020. Okay. The second one is a sunset photo, the sunset outing. The photo during the sunset outing at the Tanjong Harapan Parkland, 25th of July. The time we will announce. So now it's 5:50 p.m. we set. And the Facebook hashtag is PSPJ photo 2507 2020. Okay, next one. The next slide. Okay, this is the winner's photo. The winning photo goes to Muhammad Azman membership. Okay, 1661. Congratulations.
You go buy Toto.
Yeah. Congratulations to Mr. Azman. So the next photo is the winner's photo for the June 2020 light and shadow teams. The winners goes to Albert Law membership 939. Okay,
oh, this one
congratulations to them.
This one cannot buy 4D.
Only 3 numbers. Okay. So
when's the closing date? You never put the closing date for the July Monday photo. When are they supposed to submit by when?
Oh well, we already sent out all the emails, to all the members about the photo submissions. So this is another highlight. So we also will post this on the official page. So anyone like to participate, please visit the official page. Please like the PSPJ official page, because if we have any announcement, you will see the announcement instantly. So the Facebook will prompt you our latest step, the updates or any announcement or any news. Okay.
So the August member monthly meeting is the physical meeting, right?
Sorry.
The August meeting.
Yes, we will resume because the MCO and the government have announced that we can have a physical meeting. So in August we'll back to the normal meeting. Yes.
So that will be on the 8th of August, right? 8th of August, and at the same time you're going to have the EGM, is it?
Yeah. Go back to normal Harmony Hall meeting. But we need to check, is it Harmony Hall available or not first?
Yeah, otherwise there's no harmony.
Okay.
Yeah, before we announce. And you must also tell the members, if you want to have an EGM, you also have to send at least a 14 days notice to them. If you intend to have an EGM on that day, and the subject of the EGM as well.
Okay.
So do you have any announcement to make? Any more news? Eddie, do you have anything?
So far, don't have any special news.
Okay.
Okay, I declare 31st of this month holiday.
Is that true?
Yeah. 31st of this month is holiday.
It's holiday.
Oh, it's holiday. Oh, great. So we can go outing again.
When I declare holiday, don't question me,
Okay. But I question whether you have a teh tarik session.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your tarik sendiri, they call it now new.
Okay, I think this is come to the end of our online monthly meeting. So thank you everyone, and thank you Mr. Chua, Edwin Ong,
Dato' Hon,
Edwin.
Edwin.
Okay, and
so if any members have any opinion or view of how this meeting shall be held or any suggestion, please let the committee know and we will improve further.
Okay.
Okay, next month meeting will be a physical, in a physical building.
Yeah. So Tom, anything to say? How do you feel about the live? You okay to do a sharing next time, or okay for what things?
Not me.
Hey, Tom, you got a lot of things to share, right?
Yes,
just open your credit card and share.
Yeah.
Next time after the event, maybe.
Next month.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much to everybody for attending this meeting.
Okay.
Mr. President, you want to have a few words before thunderstorm lightning in my house here, lightning or something?
No, just say thank you for joining our meeting.
And see you all next Saturday. We hope to have a good turnout. Bring your family along. We will have the seafood. Eddie, as a new president, I think was giving us a table, man.
So we'll talk about seafood. I'm hungry now, so I go into take dinner.
Okay. Tonight, who want drink? Come to Holloway because I bow the area already.
Okay.
Wow. After that dinner.
Okay.
Tonight dinner.
Yes,
in the Holloway.
Next days we have food photography, and then RT will provide all the food.
No, tonight in the Holloway. I already booked already.
Oh, you already booked? You booked out thunderstorm lightning in my house, I cannot go out already.
No.
Okay, folks, I think we have taken a lot of people a lot of time. Thank you very much for the committee for organizing this. Mr. RT, you want to say the final word? I mean, the final word for this meeting.
No, just for the EGM. EGM, we will highlight first is a distinction program. Second is the hosting, right? So these two major we need to discuss. Got any issue or any idea? So another one is the T-shirt.
Okay.
Yes, we are arranging the new design T-shirt. It's a complete new design, and the material also different one. So it will be more comfortable and suitable for photographer and hobbyists. When you do outing, when you're sweating, the material of the shirt will be more the most suitable one. So it can absorb your sweat, though you feel better.
So you see, another one is you see, Dr. Hong will show the Sarawak photo, and then Jiao Liang also asked for when PSPJ want go for Sarawak. Then David is from Sarawak also. So I think maybe next year will be go Sarawak already.
Yeah, that's a.
When are we going to the durian orchard before the season is over?
The one we need to do private because if you do
one group durian get frightened
No, difficult difficult to match the season.
I think for Sarawak, I have somebody there, Long Bagan, if you want.
Oh, okay. Nice.
A lot of people suggest. Then we go David Chu hometown also. Sarawak.
I bring you to Kolomi.
David, you are from East Malaysia, David?
Yes.
I see.
Don't bring us for Holland enough already.
Not Holland. Holland. Maybe another member from Holland.
So you got a helicopter to go to the interior of the Sarawak lah. You got your own helicopter.
Somehow I rent it to
the logging camp.
So normally I'll use the log transport because the road condition is very bumpy. I love the feeling of the 4-wheel drive.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Have to go by land, is it?
Sorry.
Have to go by the land, is it?
If you let's say you travel to the inner part of the Sarawak, I will recommend if you love for adventures trip or 4-wheel drive, you will see more things instead of the flight. But some of the part you cannot take flight. There's no place for you to land, so you need parachute.
I thought you had used drone.
Coming back to next.
Last time we go to Long Baga by flight, and we took the 4-wheel drive to Penang people.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about the rock condition now, but we need ask the people who more familiar with that.
Coming back to next week's gathering, so if it rains like today, by hook or by crook or so, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
We hope it don't rain. We have to look at acute weather. Maybe a few days before we look at acute weather and see what's the prediction.
Okay. We hope new members or previous members who being didn't join any outing because of the NCO. This is the first time that we really gathered again together. So I hope all the members can come enjoy the outing in the August.
If next week the raining like that, then it's food photography already.
Yeah. You provide the food lah. You provide the food.
Seafood lah. I provide seafood. SEE, no SEA, no SEA. SEE, seafood.
Okay. So
thank you very much.
Yes, come to the end. Okay. So thank you everyone and goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.